One thing right now in the W. What?
From number 1, oof, to number 4. Shout out to Bane. Yeah, that didn't last long, did it? Minnesota's number 1, Fever number 2, Aces number 3. Number 4, you got the Atlanta Dream.
Angel Reese said it plainly, on camera, with complete confidence and no hesitation. Looking directly into the microphone, she declared that the Atlanta Dream were the best team in the Women's National Basketball Association. Not one of the best. Not a contender. The best. She delivered the statement like someone who had already thought it through and fully believed it. From her perspective, the evidence seemed to support the claim. The wins were piling up. The team's record was strong. The excitement surrounding the Dream was growing. And Reese was right in the middle of it all, embracing the moment and speaking as if she were helping drive the team's success. But then came the problem. What happened next quickly shifted the conversation. Suddenly, the focus was no longer on the confidence behind Reese's declaration, it was on whether the claim could actually stand up to scrutiny. And that's when the debate really began.
Got absolutely cooked by an Indiana Fever reject in Natasha Howard tonight. This was embarrassing. She stirred the pot on Angel Reese. Angel Reese stunk it up offense.
The Minnesota Lynx didn't respond with a press release. They didn't post a lengthy social media thread. They didn't schedule a media session to address what Angel Reese had said. Instead, they showed up on game day and delivered their response where it mattered most, on the court. When the Lynx faced the Atlanta Dream on May 27, they answered the best team in the league claim with a decisive 96-81 victory. The final margin was 15 points, but the game felt even more one-sided than the score suggested. By the fourth quarter, the outcome was largely settled. The Dream never appeared to have the momentum needed to seriously challenge Minnesota down the stretch, and the game steadily moved further out of reach. To many observers, it looked like a matchup between a team that already knows exactly who it is and a team that is still trying to establish its identity. The Lynx didn't need to debate the claim or respond publicly. They let their performance speak for itself, turning a bold statement into a conversation about results rather than words.
The Atlanta Dream was the #1 team in the W for 24 hours after getting a weak asses beat by 15 points by the Minnesota Lynx. Fucking bricklayer, 37%, 3 for 8, -16 plus minus. Back to 4th place, y'all go. Atlanta Dream, look who's above y'all, the Fever now. Weak ass goofies. That's why you don't have Angel Reese's stupid ass talking for you, trying to be y'all leader because it makes y'all look stupid.
The Atlanta Dream did not just lose that game, they were thoroughly outplayed. There's a difference between losing a hard-fought contest, where two teams trade momentum and the better team edges ahead in the final minutes, and suffering a defeat that challenges the narrative you were promoting only days earlier. This felt like the latter. The game wasn't simply a setback on the schedule. It was the kind of result that raises questions. After bold claims about being the best team in the Women's National Basketball Association, the Dream were met with a performance from the Minnesota Lynx that suggested there was still a gap between confidence and proof. By the final buzzer, the conversation was no longer about declarations or expectations, it was about what had happened on the court.
The look on your face when you're getting cooked by a 34-year-old all night long. Ouchie. Natasha Howard. We're going to start over here on these highlights. Natasha Howard cooking Angel Reese. Oh, Angel Reese not even playing defense here. Falling asleep in the middle of the play. And then Natasha Howard says, oh, you're going to give me all this space? Cool. Even though you're giving me this space, I guess I'll just blow right by you. Whoop. Give me that. Easy take. Up, lost on a pick and roll. Lost on a pick and roll. Lost again. Slow recovery. This is the defensive player. This is the defensive player of the year.
And right at the center of it all was Natasha Howard. Howard finished with 22 points and 8 rebounds, numbers that go beyond a solid performance. Those are the kinds of numbers that make a statement. The kind that end up in headlines, highlight packages, and post-game discussions when people ask who truly made the difference. Howard made her presence felt from start to finish. She played with physicality, efficiency, and control, doing exactly what a veteran frontcourt player is expected to do when her team is executing its game plan effectively. Whether scoring in the post, battling on the boards, or creating second-chance opportunities, she consistently put pressure on the opposition. What stood out most was how effortless it seemed. She wasn't forcing shots or trying to dominate every possession. Instead, she played within the flow of the game, executing her role at a level the Atlanta Dream struggled to match. When a player can impact the game that consistently without appearing rushed or out of rhythm, it often reflects more than individual talent. It reflects a team operating with confidence, discipline, and a clear identity. And on that night, Howard was one of the biggest reasons the Minnesota Lynx looked exactly that way.